Hello, this is Rob with Dr. Zone. We're here today in Port St Lucie with the MS Society's support group. We're going to talk to them a little bit about how hemp and cannabis can benefit them in their situation. So enjoy. Thank you. But I then met a nice lady who bought a building in Boynton Beach in 2017 who said we should do medical marijuana. It just got passed. Nobody's doing it. So what happened was we opened the first clinic in Palm Beach County for medical marijuana. Within 2 days, I was on the front page of the Palm Beach Post. I was on Channel 5, Channel 12, or in Doctors. The only problem was no one in medical school taught them anything about cannabis or hemp or THC or cannabinoids or the endocannabinoid system, anything like that. So they would come into our system, they would come into my clinic and say, okay, I'd love to be your doctor. I don't really know what to do though. That fell upon me. I began training the doctors. So then I now train almost all the top doctors in South Florida doing medical marijuana. Nobody knew what to do. So I did the research, found out what to do, how it worked, how all these products were gonna interact with the body, and train the doctors so that they would know and be able to train the patients. I'm the guy in South Florida that the doctors call if they have a question or they're not quite sure on what to do with these products. I'm the resource for that. Then we discovered the CBD products. And that's just a general term for hemp products, because most people understand CBD. But we found out what those products are going to do for you, how beneficial they are, and we have now produced our own line of products because I did the research and found out what ingredients should be in these products, how they should be produced, and couldn't find anybody that was doing it that way. If you've ever heard the term full spectrum, it's a very industry-wide term. You'll see it in almost every product that's out there now. But about 99% are false advertising. There are very, very few real, true, full spectrum products out there. So when I learned that, I decided, why don't we just make one? So we now make one of the only true full spectrum products out there. Why? Because it's more expensive to make it that way. We don't isolate them. We don't use the cheap little isolated products to make an inferior product. We basically use everything that still was in the hemp plant to begin with, is in our home. That's our goal, is to get the correct product for our patients. With that information, I then sold my clinics and took my company, and I wanted to find out exactly what was going to work and what was not. So I spent the last almost 3 years working with about 150 patients a week, about 500 a month, every single month, to find out what works, what doesn't. That's where I met Haley. And so that we could find out how we're going to get the relief for everybody. So we have developed a line of products based on all of that experience that work extremely well. A lot of you probably have some experience with these products, but I'll let you know there's a wide variety of products out there between what we sell and the very cheapest products. There's a lot of gap in between. Just because it says CBD or it says something like that on there, don't trust it. It's, do the research, check the COAs, do the things that are out there to make sure you're getting the right quality product. But for my patients, we take a lot of the guesswork out of it because we did all the legwork for you. We produce only the finest products, and we guarantee all of our products. So the other thing that we did is we go out to all of these outdoor festivals and we talk to people. We talk to them, what's going on with you? What can we help with you? 80% of the people don't sleep all night. You guys can probably relate to that. We're not sleeping 8 hours like we're supposed to. Our body's designed to function after 8 hours of sleep. But today, in today's society, with the stress and the anxiety and the COVID and all the things that are going on, I find that my patients, 80 to 90%, don't sleep 8 hours. So we have developed products that are excellent, that we take about an hour before bed, and we're getting that 6 to 8 hours of uninterrupted, solid sleep. We're talking REM sleep again, that deep sleep where I got patients that haven't had dreams in 20 years, and they're saying, I'm having vivid dreams again. That's the indication that your body's resting at the maximum level, and we're getting that deep sleep again. So we have found out through the experience of working with people what these products do and how they're going to work for you. I consult people individually and customize a plan directly just for you, just for what's going on in your situation. All right, so we're going to talk a little bit now about medical marijuana. You guys have all heard that term. You know that it's out there, it's available to you. Some of you may already use it, okay? But it's now, of course, legal in the state of Florida. You have to see a doctor to get the card for it, okay? The doctors you have to see every 7 months. The card is a 1-year card. So it's a little bit of a funny system. You're gonna see a doctor every 7 months. You're gonna get a card once a year. Okay. All right. So medical marijuana is gonna be different than the CBD and the hemp products, okay? Cannabis is a plant that's designed to be high in THC, the psychoactive ingredient, all right? Very low in CBDs, the more medicinal ingredients. The hemp plant is the exact opposite, where it's higher in the CBDs, lower in the THCs. That's why we use that for more medicinal purposes and less of the high effect. When you use medical marijuana, you need to be careful about your dosing. Most medical marijuana is going to be high in THC, up to 9 THC, which does have a high effect. So the last thing we want is for you to get a bad experience if you're trying these products. Always start slow. Always do it under the advice of a professional that knows what they're doing so that you don't get a bad experience, okay? And edibles are a great experience of that. They're a great example. They take over an hour to kick in. So too many people try one, wait 20 minutes, go, no, I need more, and they overdo it and get a bad experience. So use it properly. We're here to show you how to do it. We even have a YouTube channel where you can go on at your leisure and watch videos and get education about this stuff so that you always have an ability to find out how to get relief. If you want to get medical marijuana, we work with a clinic here in Port St. Lucie, Miracle Leaf over on Bayshore. We've got some coupons on the table, $25 off. They're a top level company. They give you the full 7 months. They give you everything right up front for one of the best prices. So if you need that, we've got coupons over there for them. They're right here local. They're owned and operated by local Port St. Lucie people. Very nice clinic. So if you need a clinic, that's a great place to go. But there's also hemp products. The hemp products for most people are all you're ever going to need. All right, unless you just want the intense high feeling, which is not a bad thing. Hemp is everything we need today. 2 years ago, it wasn't the case. Now there are much more products available through the hemp plant than ever before. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today. All right, number one, you've heard the term CBD. We talked about that earlier. CBD is one of about 400 ingredients in the hemp plant. We've known since 2015 that if you use all 400 ingredients together, you get excellent relief. If you use them isolated, or in other words, only CBD, which is what a lot of the market is right now, it's very difficult to get relief, and it's what we call bell curve dosing, okay? You know what the bell curve is in school, the bell curve? So what this means is you have to get your dose exactly right. So if you're using an isolate CBD product to get what little bit of relief that it will offer, you have to get your dose perfect. Now, number one, everybody's different. So there's no way to say what dose you're going to be. Second, if you don't get it right, and that means less or more. So if you're 10 milligrams and you do 9, you get no relief. You do 12, you get no relief. You have to hit 10 exactly, and you're going to get minimal relief. But science also tells us if we get a full spectrum product that's using all of the ingredients of the hemp plant, we get stair-step dosing, which simply means every time you add more medicine, you get more relief until it maxes out at its max relief. In other words, 2 aspirins are better than 1. That's the way medicine is designed to be dosed. But unfortunately, when they isolate out these cannabinoids, they fall into the bell curve dosing. So as you can see, that's not a very good way to dose a product, any product. All right, so hemp is legal in all the products that we're talking about because of the Farm Bill in 2018. There was passed a bill that federally legalized all hemp products that have less than 0.3% Delta-9 THC, which is all the products that we'll be talking about today. What we're talking about also are full spectrum products. The products that we're going to have both CBD, CBG, CBN, CBC, all of those ingredients that we know we're going to help, plus natural terpenes. Okay, those are the things that give you the flavor, but they also have medicinal value. So all that's still going to be in there for your benefit. When we use these products, we can get a variety of effects. All right, we can now, unlike 2 years ago I was speaking about earlier, I can dial in exactly what you want. So if you want no high feeling in your vape products and your tinctures and all that, we can do that. But somebody else wants a little bit of a high feeling. We want to take the edge off a little bit. We can do that. Somebody else wants a strong high feeling. We can do that, along with getting your therapeutic benefits. So we can now customize your effects to what you're looking for. And again, that can be different through the course of a day. I don't want to be high when I'm working, when I'm functioning during the day, when I'm doing my activities, but guess what? 5 o'clock rolls around and it's now time to relax for the day. Now I want a different effect. Now I might want to relax a little bit. And then now it's bedtime and I might want an even different effect. And we can teach you how all of those things are going to work. So you can dial in your relief using the different products that we're going to tell you about. These are products that are going to be available to you now through Dr. Zone. We have a location here in Port St. Lucie. We also have a website where you can go on and get our products. You're also going to get my personal phone number. You can call me. Tell me, I want you to meet me over here with my products. I want you to ship them to me. I want you to ship some to my friend up in Ohio. Anything like that, you call me, we'll take care of whatever you need. All right, so we're going to make it very easy for you to get your products, your guaranteed products that you, if you want to use these, you're going to get the highest possible quality. Now, if you're buying direct from the owner, there's going to be a price advantage there too. This is my company. I personally formulate these products. These are not products that are purchased from somebody else. I personally do these. You're not allowed to purchase these products from any other retailer other than Dr. Zone. We own all the rights to these. The reason being is because they were done right. So we have the right products. We have written instructions on our products. So whenever you get these products, we're going to show you how everything works. We're going to give you written instructions so that there'll be no question about how to use it when you leave here or whatever you get your products. We want you to be very confident in using them so that you can use them properly. All right, now, MS has some direct relations to hemp. There's been a lot of studies done on how it affects directly people with MS, okay? So the first study that we're going to talk about is a Harvard study that was done recently, showing that it definitely helps the reduction of seizures, especially anything in epileptic seizures, okay? Helps lower anxiety, okay? Which a lot of people suffer from, okay? It's also going to have improving your sleep, okay? In this study, it showed these patients were getting much better sleep, and it was good relief for their pain also. So this recent study showed all of those benefits for MS sufferers. And another study in 2018 in Frontiers of Neurology showed that the one-to-one products, okay? And when I say one-to-one, I mean 1 part THC and 1 part hemp, okay? So we're adding more THC levels to the hemp. That gives us more pain relief and a stronger product. That 2018 study showed that created less muscle spasticity and less muscular pain when we use the one-to-one. So that's a very good product also that we also have available for you. All right. There's another study done in the neurobiology of disease. Okay. Okay, and it helps MS with its potent anti-inflammatory and immunosuppressive properties. So this is going to help your own body fight inflammation and help your immune system stay healthier. Okay? Another study shows that it has 2 other main things that it's going to help with. It increases the levels of anti-inflammatory cytokines, okay, inhibiting pro-inflammatory cytokines. And you guys, cytokine is simply the information in the cells that tell it what to do. So the anti-inflammatory cells are going to overtake the pro-inflammatory cells when you use these products. You'll have less inflammation. It also manipulates the mitoline-derived suppressor cells to inhibit the induction of T cells. So these are cells that will eat up your good white blood cells and T cells. So these products suppress that from happening. They won't allow those to eat up those cells any longer. That's how it's going to improve your immune system. Okay, so that's just some specifics on how it's going to improve directly with MS sufferers. All right, now they also did a lot of studies with mice. Okay, and in the lab indicates that hemp products will halt the MS progress, allowing patients to benefit from other treatments. Okay, so when you use these in the mice in these early tests, it's halting the progression of the MS in these mice. When it does that, it allows the other medicines to then kick in and work even better. All right, so when we do that, some of the therapeutic and medicinal benefits of the hemp and the cannabis can still aid in the treatment of your symptoms. So not only will it slow the MS, it will help treat the symptoms also. So you're going to get that benefit along with all of the halting of the progress that we're seeing in a lot of patients. Okay, these are products that are used in different ways. You're probably familiar with some of the ways that they're used. We use them first of all in the digestive system. This is the most effective way to get long-lasting relief. Those are products like liquid tinctures, a few drops under the tongue, twice a day, to give you long-lasting relief. You can do that with a gummy product, okay? Stuff like that. Anything through the digestive system gives us long-lasting relief. Now, again, when we use the digestibles, we do not have to get a high feeling. We can customize our feelings. We have gummies you can use in the morning, tinctures you can use in the morning, no high feeling. We're feeling great throughout the day. We're getting our medicine, but not the high feeling. You can switch over to something a little stronger at night, where you can get some high feeling, take the edge off, and then use something digestible at night if you're not sleeping well to get that full night's sleep. So, through the digestive system, it takes a little longer to kick in, about an hour to 2, but it lasts 6 to 8 hours. So that's the key to sleep, pain relief, and things like that.
But does it constipate you?
No, absolutely not. It actually makes the digestive system work better. Again, that's gummies, that's liquids, and that's where the personal attention comes in, where I can tell you in your situation exactly what product is going to be best for you. Then you can use topical products. So that's a cream that we put right on sore muscles and joints, but it also works on eczema, psoriasis, rashes, burns, acne. We put that on our temples when we get a headache or a migraine headache. I just had a nice lady tell me in one of my offices that she got a migraine headache the other day and put it all over her face. Went away right away. So it's an amazing product that has no menthol. You're not putting it on your face if it's got beignet and it's burning. This is a no menthol, almost no scent, very clean product, but very strong. You can also use these products through the inhalation system or using the lungs as a method of delivering medicine. And I want to be clear, this is not like smoking cigarettes or using nicotine products. This is not a negative to the lungs. This is a way to deliver medicine. Think of it like an asthma inhaler or a nebulizer. We're just going to use the lungs because they deliver instantly. So now with a vape product, my patients are going through the day, they feel a little bit of the symptoms coming on, we can take out our vape, okay, something like this. This is one of the batteries that we have, put a little cartridge on there. I do a 2 to 3 second inhalation. I don't leave home without mine, by the way. We do a 2 to 3 second inhalation, we feel better right now. Stress and anxiety go away, we feel better. Now, again, we're going to choose which cartridge we want to use. I can use a cartridge with no high effect. I'm out at Walmart, I'm working, I'm in life, and I do not want a high feeling, but I also don't want to be stressed out anymore. I don't want that anxiety, okay? I want a little bit of pain relief. I'm gonna take out my hemp vape with no high, do a 2 to 3 second inhalation. I'm gonna feel better right now, okay? My cigarette smoking people, I don't know if there's any in here, but my patients that smoke cigarettes, they like to take these vapes and supplement. Okay, if we smoke 10 cigarettes a day, I have patients, we go down to 5. Instead, every other time we use our vape instead. Vapes reduce anxiety. Anxiety creates that craving for a cigarette. We can reduce the craving by picking up this. We get the fixation of inhaling, exhaling, something comes out of our mouth. We get all of that feeling, because we know because a lot of it's mental, and it will help you smoke less, get rid of cigarettes and things like that. So I've seen that happen also. But more importantly, it's going to be your tool to get through the day or the night. Again, maybe we used our hemp vape during the day. Now we come home, take our hemp vape off our battery. We put on our Delta 8 or our Delta 10 or our Delta 9 vape, depending on the level of high that we want. Now we do it, do our 2 to 3 seconds, and we take the edge off. We've got that nice little high feeling, but not too intense, because we know how much to use to get the right feeling. Okay, we're not doing a 10-second inhalation and getting too much. We're gauging it right. We're doing it 2 seconds at a time. If we need to do it again, that's okay too. But we're feeling how we feel after those 2 or 3 seconds, so that we're gauging it and doing it properly. But when you do it properly, it will help a lot. It will be I have patients that could not walk into Walmart. Now they take their vape, 2 seconds, no problem. Those crowds, that anxiety just goes away. It's the way the body was designed to get relief for these things, okay? So, inhalation is a great way to get instant relief, okay? These products also work for your pets. Most people don't understand that any animal with a spinal cord benefits from these products. I've had people give it to their parrots, helps them stop squawking so much. This will calm down your pets. If you have pets that are scared of lightning or fireworks, calms them down for that. So a lot at the 4th of July. It's also great for their hips and joints as they get older. It helps just like it does with us, it helps their joints. I know a friend who had a golden doodle that was 14 years old and would not stand up any longer. 2 days after putting him on the CBD, he was running like a puppy again, because the joints then lubricated themselves. So it's great for all of those things. It's going to help their skin and their coat, and it's great for overall wellness of any pet. So not only does it work for us, it works for them. So these are all excellent products. We are here to help. We do a YouTube channel, like I mentioned earlier, where you guys can go on and watch videos about this kind of stuff. All the stuff that I talked about today is going to be on there, along with a lot more information. So, does anybody have any?
Nursery or anything?
Say that again.
You got your own nursery? Or?
We grow all of our stuff out of Oregon. Yes, we have private farms out of Oregon. We grow hemp that's designed to be high in things like CBC and CBG. Those are side ingredients that do things like relieve anxiety and pain.
I have 2 questions. I have a pet who gets seizures every now and then. Just a little poodle. How do I determine how much?
Our pet CBD has dosing for all the pets. We do 2 drops per 10 pounds. It's in the brochure in writing for you. But it's 2 drops per 10 pounds twice a day. And for things like seizures, they almost eliminate them completely.
And I've been lowering her phenobar just to see how she does. Do I still continue?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the what?
Do I still continue to give her medication? Phenobar.
We would back off of that, is the way we do it,
Okay.
and switch over to the CBD product.
Back off a little.
Yeah.
A little.
Or talk to the vet and say, hey, I'm switching over to this. Should I stop it immediately, or should I try take down?
Because I want to get her off the
Yes.
phenobar. And I've been doing it little by little. She's been doing okay.
Yeah.
And just, the nurse practitioner side of me says, if you are on a medication for nerves or convulsive activity, you always want to wean those drugs.
Yeah.
Okay, taking someone from phenobarbital, like even 100 milligrams, to nothing, you could have breakthrough seizures pretty quickly,
Right.
and they could be very bad. Okay, so you always want to wean down on all those drugs. If you take a drug for trigeminal neuralgia, and you're switching to more of a hemp product, again, you want to go slowly off that and make sure your healthcare provider knows that you're coming down on the one, and because they may give you some suggestions on how to do that, and then to add a hemp product. Now they're not going to know probably a whole lot about the hemp product, but you'll know that. You'll know how to supplement it. So
Okay, the important question. I mean, I can get my phenobarbital for my dog for a 90-day supply for about $45.
Yeah.
How does the price?
CBD is going to be about $20 for about a year. Now, depending on the size of the dog, that's not massive. It's not going to last a year.
Does a
but-
60-pound dog?
So maybe 7 months, 8 months, get 2 drops per 10 pound, but it's going to last a lot longer and be a lot less expensive.
Can you go over the difference between the different deltas?
Yes, absolutely.
And
You guys have,
and let me just ask you, because I heard the term, and I want to make sure everyone's clear, because I'm not. When you're talking about hemp products, by the federal law, the 2018 law, it is 0.3%.
0.3%.
0.03%, okay? But you use the word high several times. Is it all still, we're still talking all hemp products, right?
I'll explain to you how that works.
Got it.
Okay.
0.3% of THC.
Of Delta
Correct.
9 THC, correct.
And
So-
before you go into Haley's question, one of the things that I didn't really hear when you're in your presentation, I heard joint pain. Does it only work on joint pain?
All
Does it
pain.
nerve pain?
Yes, oh, absolutely. It's a neuroprotectant.
Would-
Yeah.
Arthritis? Would-
Oh, yeah, arthritis is what I have, yes. Oh, yes.
That's random. Because that's coming from here.
So everybody's heard the term Delta 8, okay? Delta 9 possibly, Delta 10. There's another term out there called HHC. I'm going to give you a little education on what those are. So first we're going to start with Delta 9 THC. Delta 9 THC is what you've heard about your whole life. You heard you got high, you smoke pot, it's THC. That's Delta 9 THC. That's the standard one you've always heard about. But we have to differentiate it now because there's other products. So scientists discovered a couple years ago that Delta 9 THC will degrade over time. And when they discovered that, when they looked at the molecule under the microscopes, they changed slightly. So they have decided to reclassify that new molecule as Delta 8 THC. When they did that, it now is no longer a controlled substance. So you do not need to go to a dispensary. That's why you see it at gas stations and everywhere else. It's no longer controlled by anybody. It's a wild west out there. Very scary because you don't know what's in it. But it's a legal product that's about 60% as effective as the Delta 9 that you're used to. So if you think about smoking a joint in the old days, it's going to be about 60% of that on the high side, but very effective on the anxiety and the stress and things like that. So in other words, if you want that relief, you still want to take the edge off, but you don't want it to be as high as a Delta 9. A Delta 8 is a good medium level product, okay? Delta 8 is a relaxing product. Its sister product is called Delta 10, and that's an energizing product. Same thing, 60% of the effectiveness. It's going to be a less intense product, but it's going to be very good if you want to get rid of that stress and anxiety. And you want something energizing during the day. Again, a little high feeling, but not a big high feeling.
So, just to reiterate, if I have older indica, eventually it will become.
You wouldn't do it in Europe. It would take way too long for that to degrade.
To a delta.
Yeah, they're talking about over years.
Okay.
So it's not something that's going to change while you have it.
Okay, but so the Delta 8 would be more of a lower indica, and the
Correct.
Delta 10 would be more like a lower sativa.
Sativa, exactly.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if you say to yourself, I want something a little bit stronger than 60%, maybe it's bedtime. I really want, I want the better, stronger high feeling because I really want to sleep. Now they have a product that's called HHC. HHC stands for hexahydrocannabinol. Scientists discovered in 1944, believe it or not, that you could add a hydrogen atom to the molecule THC. It actually stabilizes the molecule and creates HHC. Again, HHC is not a controlled substance, so we're able to use it in our products. It's very powerful. It's about 90%, 80 to 90% of the Delta-9. So that's going to be very strong. Then there's a brand new product out called H4CBD. They have taken CBD products, and there's a new form of it that attaches to your receptors 100 times better than CBD. So H4CBD is going to be much more powerful than regular CBD. Right now it's available in a vape product. So this is going to be a vape that's going to give you a high very similar to the Delta-9 product. We haven't gauged it yet. There hasn't been enough research to gauge exactly what the percentage of the Delta-9 is going to be, but I've used it myself. I've had some of my top patients use it to give me feedback, and our opinion is it's the best vape available right now.
And what is that?
It's called H4CBD.
H4CBD.
Yeah.
I
If
just
you need
had
a strong vape, that's what
I had
that's.
a question, but it went. Now I forgot what it is. No, RSO.
Yes.
Are
That
you
stands for
familiar?
Rick Simpson oil.
Right.
Yeah, Rick Simpson oil is a wonderful product you guys have never heard about. A guy named Rick Simpson invented the way to extract full spectrum cannabis. So they take the cannabis plant and pull all the ingredients out. Okay, that's not what you get anywhere else. Nobody else uses all of the CBG, CBN, terpenes, everything. It's black. RSO is going to look like a black tar. Okay, it comes in a little concentrated syringe, but you can also get it in a tincture that's a little easier to use. It's just a few drops as opposed to trying to deal with the sticky stuff. But what it is, it's an amazing cancer killer and pain reliever. Okay, you have to be careful. Again, it's full spectrum cannabis. It does have a high effect. For some people, a strong high effect. But there are thousands and thousands of cases of people getting cured from cancer and getting cured from other diseases using RSO. I personally had one of my original clients back in 2017, my original patients, was a stage 4 cancer patient. He had just left the Mayo Clinic in Minnesota about 3 months prior. They said he had 30 days to live, that he would not be alive for his next appointment in 30 days. When I saw him 3 months later, his hair was already growing back, because when they told him 30 days, he immediately went and bought Rick Simpson oil and started using it immediately. Bottom line is he's alive today. All his hair has grown back. He's doing great. He's in great condition. All his cancer is gone. They can't find it any longer because RSO took it away.
So how did he use it?
Use it, again, the tincture is a good way to use it under the tongue a couple of times a day, or you get a lot of people get the syringe,
right.
they'll put it on like wax paper and they'll freeze it because it's real sticky.
Yeah.
And then once it freezes, it's easy to peel off and mix with something, or put in some peanut butter, or mix in with something.
You can't leave it. I don't think they sell it as vape.
I've never seen it as a vape because it doesn't work that way. It's too in and out. We want it to stay in the body working.
No, isn't that the same, what's the difference between that and resin that they sell?
Live rosin? No, live rosin isn't the same.
Isn't it?
It isn't the same as a full spectrum. They don't have exactly the same ingredients. When you extract full spectrum, you're going to get a wider variety of ingredients than they do in live
They
rosin.
don't sell, okay, live rosin.
It's pretty close. It's got a lot of ingredients, but it's not the same as RSO.
Okay, because they advertise it's full spectrum as well.
Yeah, it has a lot of ingredients, but not the same as they can pull in the liquid.
Is RSO considered in our state a medical product?
Yes, absolutely.
So you have to have a medical card to
Yes.
get
Yes.
RSO?
As a
But
cannabis
they do sell
product.
it, they sell it at Julie's and a couple other places.
Yeah.
But you can't leave it, you can only take it, like you said.
Orally is the best. And they have capsules also. If you don't even like that, you can just pop a capsule and swallow it, But remember, we lose about 30% effectiveness in the digestive system.
I bought
your
some
dosage.
and I take a little bitty thing, not even as big as rice, and I have some CBD cream and I mix it together and then I rub it on my back.
Mhm. It could be a good topical product, yeah.
Yeah, I sleep very well.
Yeah, it's an excellent
And that's just an itty
anti-inflammatory.
bitty little piece.
Yeah, because it's very concentrated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Oh, yeah, that's a good product. It's a good way
So
to
I
use
try
it.
that. But the reason, how I heard of that, one of my girlfriends had gone to California and they sell something out there called Baba Cream. And it has RSO.
Yeah.
And she says that is the most wonderful stuff, but they don't sell it here.
No.
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 So, you know, that's how I got the RSO, but I know that you don't.
Yes,
I would
yeah.
never just do it like you did. I mean, I'm too susceptible. I'm a lightweight. So yeah, I'm one of your lower people that,
Well, we can teach you how to use the medicine without ever getting high and getting all the benefits.
right.
That's the thing. You don't have to feel high, or you can feel really high.
Yeah, I wait until happy hour.
Yeah.
So you take
You know, it's
your,
5 o'clock somewhere, you know?
you
Yeah,
take your
it's
RSO
4:20
and
something.
mix it with your cream?
Yeah, I mix it like, you know, in my hand,
Ah,
you know,
that's
a
a
little
side
bit.
effect.
And I mix it and then I put it on. That's what I was asking. You need a big thing for body lotion.
Well, the reason it works so
I can
well,
rub it
the
everywhere.
reason RSO works so well is because it's got all of the ingredients in there, the CBG, the CBN, the CBD. That's why our full spectrum topical works so well. We keep all the same ingredients as that RSO cream in our
There you
cream.
go.
Whereas the creams you see around town, you see CBD cream, that's, remember I talked about the isolates?
Right.
It's just that isolate powder that they put a little bit in their cream. We take an actual full spectrum oil with all of the ingredients and put it in. So it's gonna be similar to what you're experiencing with that RSO,
Right.
because it's got those other ingredients in there. That's the way you wanna do it.
Yeah.
All right, any other questions?
I thought, when you're back to CBD, or hemp, not hemp, I thought that hemp, wasn't the hemp just a young marijuana plant, or was it a totally different plant?
Okay, good question. I learned this myself. The cannabis plant the main plant is called Cannabis sativa L. That's our main plant. From that plant, we get 4 varieties, okay? You get indica. Everybody's heard of indica? That's our sleeping one.
And the
You
cow.
get sativa. That's your energy one. You get hemp, a completely different plant. And we also get rudorellus. Nobody's ever heard of that because we don't use it for anything. It's a little short plant that's almost useless. So the 3 plants that we use are indica, sativa, hemp. They're all come directly from that same plant. So they're like cousins, but they're all of equal importance. Hemp having higher cannabinoids, less THC. Sativa, indica having higher THC, less CBD. So we use the one that we need for the individual situation. But they're all cousin plants. They're not.
They're all
Some people.
related.
I had somebody tell me recently that the hemp plant was just a male cannabis plant. I said, no, that's not correct. I had heard that 20 years ago. Somebody told me that. I didn't know the difference. I do now, but it's not the male. The male.
So
cannabis
CBD
plant.
comes from the hemp?
CBD is in all of those. All those 4 I just told you, all have the same ingredients. They just come in different ratios. So if I wanted to get a lot of CBD, I'm going to use hemp because it's high in CBD. If I want a lot of THC, I'm going to use cannabis because it's high in THC. So that's what the dispensaries are going to have, the cannabis products. And then the hemp products, the more therapeutic ones, are the ones that we sell.
What was the one that you said helped sleep?
The sleep is going to be your digestible. That's going to be a liquid under the tongue or a gummy
What
that
do
you
you call
eat
it?
before night.
I have Sabiva, but energy, what is the one?
Indica.
Indica.
In the
Indica
couch.
for sleep. In the couch.
In the couch, in the kids, in the couch.
Thank you.
In the couch.
Yeah, that's how I was taught to remember it.
So many of our people have problems with fatigue. And when we talk, in the world of MS, when we talk about fatigue, it's not sleepiness.
No.
It's not tiredness. It's not getting enough sleep. It's the feeling that you can sleep 6 hours and wake up, and moving your leg this much takes so much energy to do that. When we talk about fatigue with MS, it is a whole body phenomenon.
It's like mono.
Yeah, it's kind of like someone has beaten you or has really worn you down, and that can happen. So what I heard you say is that it's possible that the hemp product 10 could help energize some people and feel okay with that.
Right.
So,
Exactly.
okay. So that's good to hear.
Would it get you paranoid? Like sometimes sativa, for me, sometimes it gets me.
That's where the lower intense high feeling comes in, because you don't get that intense high is where the paranoid comes from. So when we back it down, and it's got more of the other ingredients, it's fighting anxiety, it works a lot better.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot better for anxiety.
So is the paranoia because it increases your anxiety a little bit? You get a little anxious? You feel that feeling of being a little
Too much THC will aggravate anxiety.
like rev, like too much caffeine rev or too much stimulant rev?
I don't know.
Yeah, we know that it stimulates anxiety. Too much THC. I actually have products with no THC that a lot of people like for anxiety.
But the indica though, with the THC doesn't give me anxiety.
Because it's more relaxing.
Yeah.
It's like adjunct.
So the hemp one, the more hemp, the 10, double 10.
That's going to be better for you because it won't have the paranoia or the
Okay,
anxiety
but
feeling.
But it'll give me more the energy.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, that's good.
Any other questions?
I'm taking a drug right now that says don't smoke any grass, so it's killing me. But before I was taking the drug, I was doing good, you know what I mean? But now I've been put on this drug.
Which is
that
drug
says
for? What's it supposed to do?
take
Is it for the MS? Is it for specific symptoms?
Yeah, well, it's for the
Trigeminal
yeah,
neuralgia.
for the what do you call it? My jaw pain.
Yeah, the trigeminal.
But I'm only taking one of the pills. I don't like it, but because it's holding me back. But you know, so it sort of sucks. But
It actually says that?
it just messing with me. You know what I mean? I tried to burn a little bit of it, and it sort of messes with my legs even more.
Is there another drug you can take instead?
So I'm just trying to get used to the drug. You know, I've been on it for about 2 months now.
Mark, what drug are
About
you
2.5
taking for
months.
that?
And I tried to smoke some pretty hefty grass on it, and at the very beginning, and it messed with me. So I'm just trying to get used to this drug, and used to what this drug's doing to me. You know, for now for a couple of months, past that first 30 days, and so I'm going to try to burn a little bit more after my body gets used to that other drug and how I feel on the other drug, and then see how it does.
Or try something a little bit less intense, you know, than maybe a straight flower. You know, maybe like I was talking about the Delta 8 product, something that's a little bit less intense. It might have a little bit less interaction.
Keep it down to just 1 puff or 2.
Oh, okay.
And then see.
Yeah,
see
they just
how
gotta
it
feel
goes.
out, see how you
I
feel.
tried it right at the very beginning, and I think just having the new drug and a puff of flower at this very beginning, I think that's the 2 meshed
Yeah.
real quick.
Might be a little more used to it.
What is the medicine, Mark, that they put you on 2 months ago?
The Lexitine,
Duloxetine?
I
I take duloxetine for depression.
Yes.
Because that's a generic symbol.
Yes, generic is Cymbalta. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's,
Does it help the trigeminal neuralgia?
it's
is it helping with the pain?
food and
I only ask because, you know, I have trigeminal neuralgia. So, you know, the pain, I take like 8 gabapentins to keep it down.
Yeah.
Well, seven gabapentins.
mood and nerve pain.
Okay.
But it's very, and it says that when you start taking, when you take it, it can make the pain even worse, you know, after you get into it. And, you know, it's a scary drug, I think. And it's one of them ones that you gotta back off from if you get off of it, and it can make your nerve pain even worse.
What's it
if
look
you
like?
Get off from it. You know, it's a scary drug.
I'm not seeing enough benefit for all the problems.
You take one pill,
Yes.
and two at the max, and,
And you take it regularly every day?
yeah,
Okay. And you take it, it's encouraged to take it at night or in the morning?
in the morning.
In the morning. Okay. I'll look and I'll be able to tell us next month.
It's a scary, you
What-
know,
what-
to me, it comes
Yeah.
up to looking at, it's scary, you know, I looked at the, you know, the pages they give
Sure.
you.
For sure.
Is it helping? Is it helping the pain?
Yeah, you know, it's a backup for the mez one I'm taking.
Right. He's actually taking 2 medicines for his trigeminal neuralgia. But I'll look for that. I'll be able
Because
to
I'm on the max of the mesolotine, here we go, mesolotine, so I've got it sort of mixed up.
Yeah.
I'm on the max of that, so I couldn't take any more of that.
Right.
So he gave me this one here to give a backup on that, cause I was, pretty rough pain.
Yeah.
You know, cause I got off from the one Robin's taking now.
In regards to medicines that, you know, what we consider usual medicines, pills, capsules, tablets, things that a physician or a healthcare provider would write out. If there is an alert from what I've experienced, if there's an alert that says that this may not work well with cannabis or this may not work well with certain things, it's usually not ever researched. It's just anecdotally that they think pharmacokinetics is the way medicines work in our body, that the pill, and if you use something like cannabis, it makes the pill work even more. Okay? So sometimes it's just, you know, it's adding on to that pill too fast, too much. And that's probably why you felt like your legs were not working well.
Well, it's the first couple lines is that.
Okay,
On that
Good.
paper, it says that, and,
good.
I believe it was that and alcohol, the two things that says right on the page. at the
It
top.
probably is
Yeah.
Cymbalta. Because Cymbalta does not play well with alcohol either, but like I said, I'll look and find out for you.
You have to come up with that sort of-
Yes, and you know,
So I'm giving my body the time to get used to it, and then I'll try again.
Good.
But,
Okay.
it was, you know, so I was
Sure.
thinking I tried it right at the same time at the first, you know, when I first tried it. So I'm just letting my body get used to the other one, and, even worse, you know, after you get into it, you know, it's a scary drug, I think. And it's one of them ones that you gotta back off from if you get off of it, and it can make your nerve pain even worse.
What's it
if you
look like?
Get off from it. You know, it's a scary drug.
I'm not seeing enough benefit for all the problems.
You take one pill,
Yes.
and two at the max, and,
and you take it regularly every day?
yeah,
Okay. And you take it, it's encouraged to take it at night or in the morning?
in the morning.
In the morning. Okay. I'll look and I'll be able to tell us next month.
It's a scary, you
What-
know,
what-
to me, it comes
Yeah.
up to looking at, it's scary, you know, I looked at the, you know, the pages they give
Sure.
you.
For sure.
Is it helping? Is it helping the pain?
Yeah, you know, it's a backup for the mez one I'm taking.
Right. He's actually taking 2 medicines for his trigeminal neuralgia. But I'll look for that. I'll be
Because
able to.
I'm on the max of the mesolotine, here we go, mesolotine, so I've got it sort of mixed up.
Yeah.
I'm on the max of that, so I couldn't take any more of that.
Right.
So he gave me this one here to give a backup on that, cause I was, pretty rough pain.
Yeah.
You know, cause I got off from the the one Robin's taking now.
In regards to medicines that, you know, what we consider usual medicines, pills, capsules, tablets, things that a physician or a healthcare provider would write out. If there is an alert from what I've experienced, if there's an alert that says that this may not work well with cannabis or this may not work well with certain things, it's usually not ever researched. It's just anecdotally that they think pharmacokinetics is the way medicines work in our body, that the pill, and if you use something like cannabis, it makes the pill work even more. Okay? So sometimes it's just, you know, it's adding on to that pill too fast, too much. And that's probably why you felt like your legs were not working well.
Well, it's the first couple lines is that.
Okay.
On that
Good.
paper, it says that, and,
Good.
I believe it was that and alcohol, the two things that says right on the page. at the
It
top.
probably is Cymbalta. Because Cymbalta does not play well with alcohol either, but like I said, I'll look and find out now. Okay, but we're all learning. But I feel that it would be remiss if anyone left here thinking that you can buy hemp products or CBD anywhere. You cannot. It is one of the largest scams that are occurring nationwide. Okay? So if you walk into a convenience store and they have a beautiful display there of CBD, probably not. Okay? If you're traveling across the state and you stop at this little gas station that is held up by 4 pieces of plywood and a chunk of wood, probably not. Okay? So just know that in everything in life, you pay for what you get. You know? And this is your health. We spend thousands of dollars a year on the medications that we take for MS. Mine, $150,000 twice a year. So be wise when you buy stuff. Okay.
Every gas station has it. Right next to the Kellogg's.
Wow.
You now have access to the highest quality products out there. We brought some with us. We are doing 25% off today if anybody wants to check everything out. If you have a question, if anybody wants a personal consultation, I'll be glad to speak with you one-on-one. If you have personal questions just for your individual situation that you want dealt with on one-on-one, I specialize in that. So, I have an office set up at my home with all these things where people can come in for consultations there. So we have that available for you all. No charge. You know, I love to share my knowledge with you. Sorry, I didn't
You
hear.
said you had knowledge in Port St. Lucie?
Yes, I have a location in Port St. Lucie where you can come and get consultation. You can get, it is over by St. James, in that area, over by, over north of here, I guess.
St. James.
And best thing to do is give us a call.
Yeah, I know where it is, St. James.
Phone number's on there.
I know,
And
no,
we'll let you know when
I know where St.
we'll
James
set
is.
up
I
an
just
appointment for
trying to
you to
figure
come
out where
in.
in St. James.
We're usually available all the time, but like right now, we're not there.
Where in the St. James area are you located?
Right across the street from the golf course there, in that neighborhood. And remember all this, you don't need a medical marijuana card for. This isn't something that, you know, you have to see the doctor for. This is something that's legal across the board for you. You can travel with this. If you have to travel, this is safe to travel with. If you have a medical marijuana card, remember anything purchased at a dispensary has to stay in the state of Florida. So just don't get caught traveling with the wrong products.
What is for THCV? I know I asked you this before in the last episode. What is the V?
I'm glad you said that. I forgot to mention that. We also use a product called THCV. THCV is a product that's a natural appetite suppressant and energizer without a high feel. Okay? So I designed a gummy with this. We put in the full spectrum hemp, that's your medicine part, with the THCV. So a lot of my patients, they take this in the morning, so they eat less, gives them energy, gives them their medicine, and then at night they do more of like a Delta 9 gummy, something designed for the sleep.
So it's a Delta, basically a Delta 10 with an appetite suppressant.
Kind of like that, yeah. But no high feeling. Delta 10 has a high feeling, so
Okay.
don't confuse that.
Does it make you jittery?
No.
I have a in the back, your Delta 8 THCV vape cartridge. What does that do?
That is going to give you a little bit of a high feeling, but not
So
give
the
you the
Delta 8
munchies.
is the lower high.
Right, it's a lower
Okay.
high, but no munchies. It's for patients that are afraid to use the product because they're going to go eat the whole pantry.
Right.
So this kind of suppresses the appetite, like the gummy I was telling you.
Right.
Okay, so let's take like 15 minutes, we'll turn off the camera, and people can look at the table, and if you choose to purchase something, then do you choose to purchase something or do whatever you like?
Okay, that's it for the video for today. We had a great meeting with the MS support group today. Wonderful people. We learned a lot, and we were able to help them out with some of their problems. So we hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like, share, and comment. Everybody have a great day.